especially when they brought up the $1.5 million. The Skip Bayless I know has a hard time giving away $15.
What's good, YouTube? What's up, man? Today we got the Joy Taylor, ESPN, Fox, whatever you want to call it, news situation, man. I know y'all been seeing this. I seen this yesterday for the first time, and I was like, wow. But at the same time, not surprised, bro. Like, bro, let's be real. I feel like some people already alleged that and thought that happens and even joked about it. And that just came to light that it's true. Not true. We don't know if it's true yet. But for her to say that, the TikTok's been going crazy. That's all I'm going to say, too, for that. The TikToks have been going crazy, bro. It's funny. But so we got the 15 shocking details in Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor's sexual harassment lawsuit video. And then we're also going to watch Stephen A's response to it. I know that's going to be something good to watch, too.
Sexual misconduct.
I'm not sure how much of this are we going to watch, though.
Profile celebrities. This time, Fox Sports and two of its biggest stars are in the hot seat. A former hairstylist has filed a lawsuit accusing Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, and others of sexual battery and harassment.
Oh, okay.
So far as to say Bayless
that's how it started?
more than $1 million for sex. We've got our hands on this lawsuit, and we are bringing you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Skip Bayless offering 1.5 mil for, bro, to the hairstylist. I don't understand. I don't know, bro. I've been seeing some stuff. I seen that. Cause I don't know about this completely. I'm learning right now with y'all. Whoever's watching this with me. Bro. There's no way, bro. Why would he offer her 1.5 million? Like, bro, this man got bread. Why would he offer her 1.5 million though? Like, that's a lot of bread just to what? No way, bro. That don't even make sense. That's definitely, if he might have offered bread, but I feel like those numbers are inflated crazy, bro. Because nobody's 1.5.
As soon as this hit the headlines, we knew we had to cover it, right?
Okay.
These sexual misconduct allegations that have rocked the sports world.
No, I'll let him talk for a little bit.
Hairstylist Nushin Faraji says that she worked with Fox Sports from 2012 to August of last year, and during that time, she claims she was not only subjected to a hostile work environment that included inappropriate comments and touching, but she says she also dealt with retaliation from the company for speaking out. So she has filed both a class action complaint, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later, and an individual complaint on multiple grounds, including things like failure to pay minimum wages, unfair, unlawful, or fraudulent business practices, hostile work environment, and sexual battery. Now,
so
in the opening paragraph,
what I'm trying to understand is this has been happening for a good amount of years. Why is this now? Like, she had that. If this is like that serious, I feel like has made some type of warnings or reports sometimes throughout the years. Like, there's no way this is the first time they're hearing about this.
Of her complaint in this lawsuit, it reads, Ms. Faraji brings forth this action because for over a decade at Fox, she was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace where executives and talent were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. When Ms. Faraji and others came forward to report the wrongdoing, instead of addressing their concerns, Fox retaliated against them while the perpetrators and those who protected them were inexplicably promoted. This case thus represents yet another in a long line of cases chronicling the toxic culture at Fox, marked by bad faith promises and repeated failures to address a poisonous and patriarchy.
They have to already know something about this, bro. This is real.
I'm not a sports fan. I have no idea who we're talking about. That's okay. We're going to give you a rundown about who the defendants are in this case and other major players as well. So we want to give you a quick rundown of this. We're going to first dive into what Faraji accuses them of. So Faraji is suing Fox Corporation, Fox Sports, Fox Sports 1 and 2, often known as FS1 and FS2, and Fox Sports Production. And as well, she is also suing Charley Dixon, Skip Bayless, and Joy Taylor. First, we'll start with Charley Dixon. Charley Dixon is the executive vice president of content for Fox Sports 1.
What? Got you, boy.
Flagship multi-sport national network. And he is responsible for overseeing the content and production for the network and has the authority to make decisions about employees. Skip Bayless is a renowned, albeit controversial, sports commentator who's worked in print, radio, television for decades. He's worked as a commentator with Stephen A. Smith on ESPN2's show First Take. This is before he debuted his own show with Shannon Sharp called Skip and Shannon, Undisputed. This was on Fox Sports 1.
Hey, chill on me on the coffee, bro.
And that, by the way, is where
I already know y'all got something to say.
Taraji, who was part of the styling team for the network.
Okay.
And by the way, in 2021,
why
the New York Post
are they show, bro? Why? I be thinking these pictures are like memes, bro. Like this one too. I've seen this. I thought this was a whole meme, bro. There's no way this is actually real, and it is real. Like Skip, bro, you thought you had that? Like he really thought he had it on too. And this one too, he loved Jordans though. Skip know how to put that fit on with the J's.
Had signed a $32 million contract with Fox.
Yeah.
It's important when we talk about his wealth a little bit later. All right, now before we go any further, I have to talk to you guys about something. This is huge for me. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this, but there is a grooming line called Brickle. I've been using it, talking about it for years. They are now our sponsor here on Sidebar.
Hey,
I am so excited.
boy.
Was the moderator for Undisputed for a few years.
All right, bet.
Today. Now, Joy,
so I've seen a lot about Joy Taylor though, so I did not know it was a hairstylist that was doing this. So I seen her though. I seen a little bit of her
she's a host
stuff.
for FS1, and she was the moderator for Undisputed for a few years, working closely with Bayless and Shannon. Now, she moved to another show called The Herd with Colin Cowherd on FS1 in 2018, and she's had many other hosting gigs since. Her Instagram is filled with not only reactions to some of the biggest sports news, but also glamour shots, videos where she gives advice about relationships or comments on current events. Now, Faraji says as Taylor continued to move from show to show, she had requested Faraji to continue to be her stylist.
Okay.
Now, the lawsuit notes that there are two other people here. There's Mark Silverman, president and COO of Fox Sports.
Dang.
And Eric Shanks, CEO and executive producer of Fox Sports. They could become named as defendants. They're not currently named, but they could be named as defendants as the case progresses and there's discovery in this lawsuit. Because the complaint reads, on information and belief, Mr. Silverman and Mr. Shanks approved, were made privy to, or should have been privy to, all significant employment decisions and personnel-related investigations related to misconduct and or harassment by Fox Sports executives and talent. Further, on information and belief, Mr. Silverman and Mr. Shanks, along with Fox legal team, worked hard to protect perpetrators by forcing individuals who were witnesses
I was just trying to see
or targets of misconduct
how far it goes
and
about
harassment
this.
to sign non-disclosure agreements.
I'm trying to watch the video.
So
I'm trying to get like the important stuff from it though.
Complaint, laying out what she says had happened to her during her time at Fox Sports.
Okay.
And according to Faraji, she had worked part-time for Fox starting in 2012 and then went full-time in 2016. During that time, she says she befriended Joy Taylor.
Okay.
This was after Taylor had moved from Miami to Los Angeles for the chance to host on Fox Sports. According to Faraji, Taylor didn't have a regular position at the time, but was available to fill in when needed. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because Faraji claims that when she would go out to meet Taylor for dinner or drinks, Charley Dixon, again, the vice president for content, was always around. And Faraji says that she didn't even know he was an executive with the company until later when she mentioned to Taylor that she'd seen that guy who always buys us drinks in the elevator. And that is when she said that Taylor shushed her, explained what Dixon's position was in the company. And Faraji believed, based on her interactions with these two people, that they were sleeping together. And when she warned Taylor that that might not be a great idea, that a relationship like that could be dangerous, Taylor allegedly told her not to worry about it. And by the way,
I ain't gonna cap. This sounds real. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, so I didn't even hear, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This sounds real. Cause that makes sense, but this sounds like a movie, bro. Like this really sounds like something out of a movie, but it sounds real though too at the same time. That's crazy. Cause she see that she didn't even know the dude was one of the workers, the executive. How do you not know that? And bro, that's how you know. Yeah, they had to be like very flirty and all that. And she's at the restaurant. She probably caught the vibes. He buying them drinks, this and that. Yeah. All right, this is getting good. Okay, bad.
Apparently both Dixon and Taylor were married at the time. So according to the complaint, in approximately July
They
of
both were married
2016,
too?
word spread amongst Fox employees about a new show that was going to be a big deal, as it would star Mr. Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman with significant TV experience to also star. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who is a bartender and radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show.
I guess this was Skip coming in there, huh?
Shannon Undisputed.
Dang,
So
Skip.
claims that Bayless
They done got you
didn't want
too.
Taylor to host the show. In fact, in the lawsuit, she claims that at a dinner between Taylor and Bayless, Taylor shows up, she's dressed, and starts acting very provocatively, potentially in a way to change his opinion about her being on the show. But eventually, Bayless agreed to approve her on the show as a favor to Dixon. Okay, when the show premiered
As a favor
in
to
2016,
Dixon. Wow.
Taylor, according to Ms. Faraji, had requested that Faraji be her hairstylist, and eventually Bayless had asked her to do his hair as well. Not long after, in January of 2017,
Bayless, what type of riz is
she'd
this?
attended a birthday party for Taylor. When she goes to this birthday party, she says that Dixon was there, and he was drinking quite heavily. The complaint reads, as Miss Faraji was standing near the bar facing the crowd, Mr. Dixon approached her. He asked the bartender for a drink and then placed his arm on Miss Faraji's lower back. He asked how she was doing, if she was having fun, and if she wanted a tequila shot. Miss Faraji felt very uncomfortable by his unsolicited touching and responded, no thank you. Mr. Dixon then moved his hand lower and started rubbing her body.
Bro, this is crazy, bro.
Miss Faraji was mortified, but quickly thought to fake an incoming call to escape from the situation.
You see?
The complaint goes on to say, Miss Faraji...
Now, low-key, I see why she'd be scared earlier, bro, because, like, the people she's messing with and the stuff is happening to her with, these people have power. Like, they got some power, bro. So I can see why she would be scared to say something before. Cause I feel like a lot of times it is easier to say from the outside, like, why didn't they say something when they had a chance to? But it probably is hard, bro, to speak up sometimes. Like, to speak up for yourself is sometimes hard for some people. Some people it's hard to do that. And for this situation right here, bro, I can see why. I can see, like, I'm thinking her perspective, kind of. If she did not say something already, I can see why it probably took her some time and how she would feel this way. Because, like, bro, like, it's the thing is too, like, what is she? Because it's like you tell on the one of the biggest people in your company that they doing this stuff, bro. What's gonna happen to you? It's probably how she felt, but now she says something.
Who to turn to.
But nah, this seems like out of a movie, bro. This really sounds like out of a movie.
Surprisingly,
Hey, sorry, I know I sound
Taylor
congested, bro. I'm still trying to get back from my sickness.
Explained
But
that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon, and that Miss Faraji only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her. She warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away. The complaint goes on. Miss Faraji was terrified and then turned to her coworker, Anonymous, to discuss the situation. Anonymous responded that Mr. Dixon was disgusting, that the entire situation was sick, that it wasn't shocking given Fox's culture, and that Miss Faraji should remain quiet if she wanted to keep her job. As a single mother who needed the job to support her son, Miss Faraji had no choice but to remain silent. So, by the way, that is one of the reasons why you might be saying, well, if all this happened, why didn't she file a lawsuit sooner? And we'll get into more of the allegations.
My bad, bro. I didn't know I had my thing on.
That's something that I will think will come up in a potential lawsuit, a potential trial, if she's being held under cross-examination. Okay,
she need a job. That's what I was thinking too.
Faraji claims that Taylor continued to use her sexuality to advance at the Fox company. And she did that by allegedly sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, a former football player turned commentator. So the lawsuit reads, quote, in approximately February 2020, Miss Taylor asked Miss Faraji to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. When Miss Faraji arrived, she found Miss Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Acho. Miss Faraji didn't know Mr. Acho, but could tell that the two were romantically involved.
She was really, why are they?
Acho at the lunch, Miss Faraji noticed him in the hallway while at work. Miss Faraji later asked Miss Taylor if Mr. Acho also worked at Fox. Miss Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Acho to eventually recommend her on the show, Speak for Yourself. Miss Faraji became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time, as Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. Miss Taylor told her not to worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent.
See?
Wow. Okay.
So it sounds like, bro, Fox is all, bro. The thing is, too, about it, bro, is like, these people, just because they got money and they're popular, bro, they like are normal people, bro. So it's like not surprising, like, because people folding, bro. Now, let's be real, like people be folding, bro, for pressure and temptation. Like they gonna give it up, like dudes. Let's be real, bro. Like that's why you gotta have control. You gotta have self control. Because now look at the situation he's in, but. People get rich, bro. They get to
Now
do that,
Faraji's claims
bro,
about
and
sexual
they can
battery.
just do anything.
So Faraji says in addition.
So, but it sounds like girls and Fox have to deal with this all the time, though, or other.
Once a week. And she says that's when he started finding excuses to touch her, including giving her these lingering hugs and kisses on her cheek, where he would also press against her breasts. In approximately summer of 2017, while Miss Faraji was giving Mr. Bayless a haircut, he told her that she was voluptuous. As English is her second language and she was not familiar with the word, Miss Faraji asked what that meant. Mr. Bayless seemed amused and told her to, quote, figure it out. Miss Faraji later asked a coworker what the word meant and was mortified. Mr. Bayless then started being more aggressive and direct in his advances. Miss Faraji continuously declined, stating that she did not date at work.
Bro, did these dudes not have, like,
and needed her job.
wives at home?
And Faraji also made further stunning allegations against Bayless, including that he offered her money for sex. You remember when I talked about his wealth? Well, the complaint reads, quote, in July of 2021, Miss Faraji developed issues with her left ovary and was advised it could be cancer. With a fourth biopsy scheduled, she explained her situation to Mr. Bayless, hoping that he would take pity on her and cease his advances. Instead, Mr. Bayless told her that he wanted to be with her. Miss Faraji panicked and began rambling that there were cameras everywhere, that she has a child, that she does not want him. Mr. Bayless then grabbed her hands, began kissing them, and offered her $1.5 million to have sex. Miss Faraji made an excuse to leave. The complaint goes on. Approximately 1 week later, Mr. Bayless made another advance at Miss Faraji. Miss Faraji responded, skip, stop, you have a wife. Mr. Bayless responded, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives? Miss Faraji responded that her father was dead, and when Mr. Bayless looked taken aback, she made an excuse to leave. Now, at one point during her tenure at Fox Sports, Bayless reportedly started to think that Faraji was in a sexual relationship with his co-host Shannon Sharp. This is a big point in the complaint. And he allegedly confronted Faraji about it. And Faraji denied having any sort of relationship with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, let's talk about boy Shannon Sharp in there.
All the talent, then he was just misunderstanding the situation. And Faraji says that she even used a recording device to capture one of the conversations with Skip Bayless. Quote, Mr. Bayless then arrived in the makeup room for Miss Faraji to cut his hair in accordance with his regular schedule. Mr. Bayless knew that the makeup room was always recorded and clearly states, this room is bugged. During their conversation, Mr. Bayless stated that he would hate for her to lose her job, but she can't be doing a big thing with my arch rival. She responded by reiterating that being polite to Mr. Sharp is part of her job. Mr. Bayless responded, BS, 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 I'm calling BS on you. Mr. Bayless then warned her that he doesn't want her to lose her job over this. Ms. Faraji responded that she wasn't going to lose her job because she's a great hairdresser. Mr. Bayless responded, I have love for you, and I have for 6 years, and you hurt me, and you are ruining this. Ms. Faraji again responded that she must be...
But I'm not gonna lie, this is too, like... Bro, this is way too specific, bro. Like, I don't know who's right or wrong, but this is so specific. Like, these conversations, bro... Like, I don't know why, but, like, this line right here, I have love for you, I have for... Like, that sound like something the weird nigga would say. I'm not gonna cap. Look at the comments real quick. I just want to look at... Hold on. They say Miss Tay was spreading joy. This is my turn. Ain't no way offer. Ain't no way. That's all I'll say. The $1 million is crazy. But I think... For joy, 100%. $1 million, you're tripping. I think a part of that 1.5 was because of her cancer, though. Like, it wasn't, bro. He wasn't the way it made it seem like when you actually she said he's not offering 1.5 million to crack. He offering 1.5 million to crack and to get fixed her cancer. So it's not just a crack. Let's be real.
Right to all talent. Mr. Bayless then implied that if he stopped requesting her, it would affect her job. Later on, the complaint reads, on December 21st, 2023, Mr. Bayless told Ms. Faraji that he still loved her and confided that Mr. Dixon was the one who had told him that Ms. Faraji was sleeping with Mr. Sharp. Mr. Bayless then again tried to have sex with Ms. Faraji. Ms. Faraji's diary entry for that day states, I said, Skip, I'm only interested in working with you and having friendship relationship with you and nothing else. He said, you have no idea you were losing everything. I don't know what he means by that, and I hope he doesn't take me off the show. It makes me sick to my stomach, and it's really hard for me to work like this. I hope God help me because Fox is supporting people like Charlie and Skip. Now, a little side note here. If there is a recording, that is very important evidence for Faraji on top of what she seems to suggest.
If she really has a
text
recording?
Messages between her and Bayless. For example, in the complaint it reads, on April 14th, 2022, Mr. Bayless texted Ms. Faraji, if you're distracted tomorrow, I'll wait till Monday, but I can't keep doing this. Ms. Faraji told him that she was very confused. Mr. Bayless responded, trust me, I'm far more confused. And Ms. Faraji then explained over text that she is not sleeping with Mr. Sharp. Mr. Bayless did not respond. Now, there could be a way for Skip Bayless to explain that, right? He could say perhaps this was about her work performance, that this is
I ain't gonna lie.
along the line. I'm far.
If you're distracted tomorrow, I'll wait till Monday, but I can't keep doing this. I ain't gonna cap. They got him. Bro, this sounded like some, like, bro, the stuff she's explaining, bro, it sounded like something a weird dude would say, bro. Like, every time let's be real, every time you see something like this, and it's like proof, it'd be stuff like this. It'd be like messages kind of like this, bro. If you're distracted tomorrow, I'll wait till Monday. But that was alright, but I can't keep doing this. That sounds like something a weird dude would say. I'm not saying Skip said that, but, bro, this sounds like, if she's lying, bro, she's a good liar, because she got me convinced. So I'm not gonna cap. Bro, because the story is like, it adds up.
Are more confused.
Somewhat.
Ms. Faraji then explained over text that she is not sleeping with Mr.
So
Sharp.
I'm gonna go back to where I was
Mr.
at.
Bayless did not respond. Next, this was about her work performance, that this is something along the lines of, this is if she's sleeping with Shannon Sharp.
Oh, Shay Sharp.
It's going to be
Oh, Shay Sharp.
for her. It's going to be problematic for the show. There might be a way for him to argue against that, right? Perhaps this was something else. And I should also say that a lot of these alleged conversations, these interactions that center around sex between Faraji and Bayless, they seem to be in person. So this is a he said, she said situation. But if you have text messages, if you have a recording, that changes the game.
Yeah.
Now taxes?
That's what I really, alright, it has this big, that's what I feel like he ended all good right there. That's what I really wanted to see. Like, I feel it. If she has the proof, bro, if she can show the proof, bro, she got it.
Withdrawal and cravings.
If she can show the proof, bro, she got it. But after watching that, everybody watching Skip Bayless accused of sexual harassment. My thoughts by Stephen A. Smith. Let's get into this, man. The Shea Frost is a huge problem. That's funny. I might have to watch that later. Let me put that on my watch later real quick. Yeah, watch that later. I might be another video.
This subject because we all know that.
Okay.
Anytime you mention Skip Bayless, most folks want to hear what I have to say.
Facts.
That's where we're going to get started because it's sports media news, which makes it apropos, and it involves a recent lawsuit filed against Fox Sports, and several people, including my buddy Skip Bayless, my former colleague at ESPN.
Please don't tell me Molly is doing this with Stephen A. or any of the people on First Take. Please don't tell me. I know she with Jalen Rose, but I hope she's not doing this. Come on.
Filed by a woman named Nashin Faraji, a former hairstylist for the company, cites several instances of workplace misconduct, okay? The 42-page, that's right, 42-page suit names several defendants, including Fox Sports Executive Vice President Charley Dixon and even host Joy Taylor. Faraji alleges Dixon grabbed her buttocks at a birthday party, and when she relayed the encounter to Taylor, the Fox host allegedly told her to, quote, get over it, end quote. As for Skip Bayless, Faraji says he touched her inappropriately and propositioned her for sex, offering her $1.5 million, end quote. I'll get to Tori and her thoughts on for a second. First things first, let me tell you why I had to cover this. Number one, it's news. Number two, I was just on the air a few weeks ago and took some heat for the fact that I pointed out that I've been friends with Jay-Z for 25 years. And I know nothing about what happened, no intimate details. Certainly can't be irresponsible and not try to interfere with a legal matter, a lawsuit. But in the same breath, I didn't think it was a crime to point out that the person that I've known for 25 years, I've never seen somebody that would be capable of that, with that meaning that person that I was around for 25 years. The same applies to Skip Bayless. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't work at Fox. I worked at Fox from 2001 to 2003. I haven't been there. I haven't been in that building in over 20 years.
In that building.
I don't know any details or anything like that. And I'm not here to castigate Mr. Faraji or anybody else. I don't know Charley Dixon that well, even though he used to work, at ESPN. I don't know Joy Taylor that well, even though she and I have interacted with one another on several occasions throughout her career, and I find her to be a consummate professional, very good at what she does, very capable, very knowledgeable about the world of sports and what have you. I also know that she's big on women empowerment, so it's hard to imagine her saying get over it. But again, I don't know. But we all know that when you see Stephen A. Smith with a subject like this and the name involves Skip Bayless, that's what you want to know about. And here's what I would tell you. I don't know what happened. But just like I said, I've known Jay-Z for 25 years. I can't imagine that. I've known Skip for just as long. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. Especially when they brought up the $1.5 million. The Skip Bayless I know has a hard time giving away $15. He's one of the cheapest people I know. That's just me.
I would say this though.
Doesn't mean that I have any.
Look, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Skip is probably one of the cheapest people Steven ain't know, but we know how guys get when it comes to the girls, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real, man.
Inside knowledge about any of this. I don't, and I'm not going to get involved. I think it's incredibly dicey and irresponsible for people who don't know to act like they do know. But in the same breath, I also feel it's important that if you know people or you think you know people and you've had a long-standing relationship with those people, that it's not a crime for you to say the person that I know, the person that I've been around, the person that I worked with in his case.
All right, so I know he about to say, he about to get in the fin, basically, blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, so y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about the situation, bro. We basically got into it. We talked about it. But, bro, it's crazy. But at the same time, it's not crazy, bro. Like I kind of can expect it. I'm not going to lie, I expect it. But Skip, bro, 1.5 million is insane. That's insane. But at the same time, he offered 1.5 million to crack and for cancer, to pay for her hospital bills probably. And 1.5 million is a lot of bread though. But at the same time, for him, I don't think 1.5 million is nothing. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, because they got bread, bro. Like, Skip Bayless and they got money. They have money to spend, bro. So 1.5 million for him to get the girl of his dreams or to get just a side chick he wants, you don't know, bro. But, man, it's your boy Tori, man. Y'all enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.